Good morning. Oh my gosh. No, it's not. It's good evening. It's after 9 o'clock. It's after 9 o'clock. I'm just so used to getting on in the morning. This is the feed. Hi, everybody. Hi. How are you guys doing? Listen, today is October 2nd. It is late in the evening. I just came back from getting my hair done. And you know what? When I was sitting there in the beauty salon, getting my locks retouched, I saw the Spirit of God come down into the earth and in the atmosphere and blow into the streets and the community. And I could just feel the glory rising. And I said, "Oh, I got to get on. I got to get on. Oh, happy Rosh Hashanah. This is the Jewish New Year. God starts his spiritual year in Rosh Hashanah. It started at sundown tonight. This is my prophetic word for October. Okay. So we are in the month of Tishrei. In this month, we are going to go through a lot of things, but the most important thing is completion and perfection. I'm looking over here because this is where my notes are. So sorry. Completion and perfection. Okay. The alphabet is Lamad. The aspiration to turn to your absolute source. So who is your source? It's Jesus Christ. That's your source. It's Jesus Christ. And what God wants us to do is to love his son. We are called the bride of Christ. And he wants us to act like a real bride. What does a real bride do? She can't wait to be with her boyfriend. She can't wait to be with her fiance. She can't wait to talk to him. She can't wait to be in his presence. She can't wait to love on him. She can't wait to receive love from him. That is what he's asking us to do. Spend time with Jesus. What time do you have for Jesus? Look at your schedule. If you had a boyfriend, you would make time for him. Make time for Jesus this month. He has stuff to tell you. He has revelation to pour into you. He has love to pour into you. He has a reflected light to pour into you. So reflection light, what's that? That's when a light hits an object and the object reflects the light. How can we reflect the light of God? Are we reflecting the light of God? So a reflection could be the moon. The sun hits the moon, and where the moon is on the earth has the reflection of the moon. How does that show up in our personalities? It shows up where, this is a personal example, 1 October, 1 Tishrei. I was telling God I couldn't stand this person. And you know what God did? He told me how I really show up in the room. He said, "You're just like that person." I was like, "Oh, me? Oh, yeah." He started bringing up all of these things that was the same, just like that person. How do you enter the room? What light are you reflecting? This is the month of revelation. He is going to tell you the blueprints for your whole year, the next 12 months. 1 month, one October, a different October. He told me, "Why don't you act like you're anointed?" Ooh, I got that in a dream. It hit me so hard. I didn't know what to do with myself. Why don't you act like you're anointed? Because the emotional temper tantrum that I was going through, because I was in a season of pain, hardship, warfare, I'm just getting out of it. But years ago, he said, why don't you act like you're anointed? I had to start behaving like I had power. I had to start behaving like I had dominion. I had to start behaving like it don't matter what somebody else said or did. I know who my boyfriend is, Jesus Christ. I know who my father-in-law to be is, God himself. So there's nothing that this warfare can do that will come against this anointed woman of God. Now think about it. Think about those times when hell came against you. Hell came against you in your home. Hell came against you with your family members. Hell came against you at work. Hell came against you in your own mind. You got to know who your boyfriend is. You're going to have to heal your heart. You're going to have to love him. All of your stuff comes from God. Woo! That was a lot right there. So, like I said, go ahead, Anonymous. What is your question? Type it in. When we push in the time, when we push, we got to push to spend time. We got to make time. When we are searching, what are you saying to me? What do my dreams mean? That's when healing starts. It's like the woman in the Bible who had to push through the crowd, push through the warfare, push through her sickness to touch the hem of God. That's what we're doing in this time. We got to push through for our healing. He wants to heal us. Okay, Anonymous, let me see your question. He helps you. He helps you, Anonymous. So everybody, you can see his question. When I ask God to help me during some tough times, why doesn't he help me? He does. The difference is he is teaching you about yourself. See, in those tough times, I learn how I communicate. I learn how I handle situation. I learn how I think. I learn what I am not going to deal with. He has to put those tough times for you to see yourself and see the people around you. Sometimes those tough times will show you who your friends are. Sometimes those tough times will show you who really has your back and who's your enemy, who's talking about you. Who's talking about you? So, Anonymous, look at yourself and say, God, how am I going to get out of this situation? But I can tell you every year there's a tough situation that we go through. Every single year. I have not had a year that God has not revealed another part of me. Okay, so this month is awakening. It's an awakening of the parts of you that are ugly. The parts of you that when God reflects who you really are, you're like, ugh, I got to get rid of this. I got to get rid of this. See, a lot of times we're in relationships with people, and I'm not talking about like romantic relationship. I'm talking about work relationships, friend relationships. We're with people, and the people we see, we can't stand that. We're like, oh, but no, that's you. That's you. Because the reflection off of that person is really showing you you. Okay. Now, the constellation is Libra, which is the scales, the scales. So at this time, we are all seeing what is going on in the news with P. Diddy. I'm not talking just about P. Diddy, but there's so many people out there, so many people who are going through the judicial system right now, and revelation and truth is coming out. So what can we do? Decree. We have to pray things back to us. What did you lose in the past year? What have you lost in the past 5 years? When you're spending time with Jesus, when you're spending time with your bridegroom, ask and declare he gonna give it all back to you because he loves you. He loves spending time with you. It is all coming back, but you gotta pray it out. And the most important of all is forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Those are all the things that are going to be happening this month. Okay. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for being active in the chat, and have an amazing, amazing spiritual new year. Be blessed, my people. Bye-bye.